Well, that sucked also. They're down 2 games to nothing now. Like, first of all, why these guys are swinging at off-speed pitches that aren't strikes? They did it all night to Yamamoto. They did it with training too, and it's beyond me. Okay, there was so many hittable pitches that they missed, and so many pitches that they should not have swung at that were balls, but they struck out. Judge again, terrible. Okay, I wish Trevino would have waited the damn pitch and made him throw a pitch, so he knew what the hell he was doing. Okay, he's not known for his power. All we needed was a base hit to tie the game. That's all we needed. Volpe, the same thing. What was that swing? Again, swinging at shit pitches, right? Absolute dog shit pitches. Off speed stuff that were not strikes all night, and the Yankees were swinging at them. Why? We're not detecting a pattern here, guys? The bats? Yeah, thank you, Soto. Thank you, Stanton. Again, both you guys. Yeah, and Jazz, too. And Rizzo. Jazz and Rizzo. So, if I were to slam the table, Pace, I'd probably break it. I really would. But this now they're down 2-0. Now this has happened before. It happened in 1996. They went down 2-0, right? On the Braves, they came back and won the next four. And there's potentially an opportunity for them now. Shohei Ohtani might have separated his shoulder in that base ceiling. That's what Ken and Rosenthal saying. That's what the Japanese people were saying too. Shohei Ohtani says he popped his shoulder. If his shoulder is separated, he may not play the rest of the series. There was an opportunity for the Yankees that they have to absolutely capitalize on. Now, I expect the Bronx. You think this place was lit? Bronx is going to be crazy, absolute insanity in the Bronx starting Monday. Okay, like absolute crazy. So they could have. These are winnable games, and I've said this all year, right? Where's the plate discipline and the patience been? Like they led the majors in walks this year during the regular season. Where are they walking now? They could have drawn a shitload of walks these last two games, right? A ton of walks. And yet, exactly, and Otani's not even killing us. Judge is killing us more than Otani is killing us. By the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit the like button. Let's just get past 100 likes, just because we're all pissed off, okay? And we know that the Yankees need to do better than this. And I made a recommendation earlier. Move Judge down to the 5 spot. Move Stanton up to the 3 spot, please. Put Rizzo 4 in between the two. Take the pressure off of Judge. He's clearly pressing. Okay? Stanton's more productive than him. If you want to drive in some runs, put Stanton in front of Soto instead of Judge in front of Soto. Okay? This isn't. Well, exactly. They're swinging at stuff that's not strikes, Jonathan. Exactly. I wouldn't say Soto's leaning it yet, Yankee man. Where's he going to go to the Mets? The Mets is not a better opportunity for him. Yeah, I saw that. I'm surprised that base stayed on there. But this is, if you want to relieve pressure from Judge, I said this earlier in the day. You move him down to the 5 spot where he's still relevant. You move Stanton up to the 3 spot. Put Rizzo, because he's even getting hits. He's getting hit by pitches. He's still productive. You sandwich him. He's the lefty bat in between Stanton and Judge. This is common sense. And I hope they do that. And they showed life again. It was too late. Right? Now they're in a crappy spot. They're down 2 games to none. Now this has happened before. They've been down 2 games to none twice to the Dodgers and beat them both in the World Series. They were down 2 games to none. The Braves in '96 beat them in the World Series. So I'm not saying it's not possible. Okay, it is possible, and it would definitely be possible if Ohtani misses time now. So, but like you got to shut down Freeman, you got to shut down freaking Edman, Teoscar Hernandez. Okay, but I'm no fair weather fan. I'm not giving up on this team yet. I'm not saying they're done. I'm not doing it. Other people can. I'm not doing it ever. They're not done until the series is over. And Dodgers are not sweeping the Yankees. Go back to the Bronx. Bronx is going to be crazy. Absolute crazy. You know. Yeah, I mean, he got hit. Rodon pitched decent, but he got hit a couple times. So yeah, that's what we keep hearing. Soto to the Mets. But why is he going to go to the Mets? That's not a better opportunity for him. And they're probably going to lose Alonso. So why would he go to the Mets? I disagree, Mark. I'm not calling you fair weather, but it's not done. 2-0 is not done. People are entitled to disagree with me. I don't give a shit. I'm saying this is not done yet. Yeah, they were down. Yeah, 2-0 in '78. They're also down 2-0 to the Dodgers in '56. They won that series as well. They were also lost the first game against the Phillies in 2009. They won. So, but Judge, he needs to wake up in Yankee Stadium, man. Otherwise, he's gonna get booed out of the place. And they could do that, Wink. I mean, they could do that. That's exactly what they did in '96. They swept the 3 games in Atlanta, and they came back and won it at home in the Bronx in Game 6. So, you know, spiraling where, Barman? Yeah, we know exactly. We don't give up CeeLo. No, we don't. Yeah, why would the Mets be on Soto's list? Like, in all honesty. Well, we'll see how they perform in Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be hostile. So, well, you don't play Dominguez and move Judge. You sit Judge for Dominguez. You can't play Judge and Dominguez. Who are you gonna take out of the outfield? You're not gonna take Stanton out of the lineup. There's no freaking way. So you're gonna take Soto out of it. You're not gonna sit Verdugo either. So you'd have to sit Judge for Verdugo. I'm sorry, Judge for Dominguez, and that would probably drive people crazy. But at the very least, I would move Judge down to the 5 spot. At the very least, and Stanton to the 3. And that's not to punish Judge. This is to do whatever they need to do to make the team better, to help them win. This is a strategic move. This is a baseball move, right? This happens all the time. They can't be afraid to do it here just because it's Judge. He's the captain. It's the Yankees. No. Like I said, I've said it for years. I like Judge, but I like the team better. That's it. Okay? Got to help the team. Judge's in a slump right now. You got to put the other guys in a better position to score more and win without Judge. Okay? They beat the Royals without Judge. They beat the Guardians mostly without Judge. It ain't going to happen with the Dodgers. You got to make adjustments. Okay? The Dodgers aren't those teams, and we're not the Mets. Okay? So, yeah, they're not going to trade Judge Hamilton. They're not going to do that. 45 likes. All right, we're almost halfway to 100 likes. Everybody, just hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. Yeah, exactly, Pasty. You got to fire Boone. He didn't hit this game either. Exactly. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Got some allergies, man. Are killing me. Yeah. The Yankees are going to have to get it back this offseason. No doubt about it. They're going to need to get a bat. A competent lefty bat to bat fourth. Man, they're not going to trade Judge. So, got that right, Natasha. You got that right. No doubt about it. I mean, that's what happened when they moved Torres to the leadoff spot. It lit a spark under Torres, right? So I wouldn't hesitate to do it. I would not hesitate to. And he looks, yeah, Sophia Dogs, and he looks scared shitless off of off speed pitches. Off speed pitches. Like, come on, what's going on here? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it looks like they're turning it around a little bit, but they're not going to sit Verdugo for Dominguez. That's doesn't make any sense at all. Verdugo's glove they need, and he's been actually hitting decent. They're not going. That's not an upgrade for Jason Dominguez would never make those plays that Verdugo made ever. So they can't do that. Any move they're going to make has to be an upgrade, and Dominguez is not an upgrade right now over Verdugo. Not in the World Series. Yeah, Verdugo was solid yesterday. Guy hit that a solid opposite field hit, and he had two magical plays. He saved them runs yesterday with their gloves, with his glove. And exactly, I mean, we're talking about Verdugo not hitting. Dominguez hasn't really hit this year either. So the Dodgers can be beat. Yes, Pacey, you're exactly right. The Yankee fans need to get on his ass, man. They need to get on Judge's ass. You gotta figure something out. Dominguez's offense is not better than Verdugo's right now. You don't sit Verdugo's glove for Dominguez. You don't do that. Next year, he'll be the starting left fielder, I think, Dominguez, but not until then. That's not the move to make here. He's definitely pressing Elliott. That's why that's why. Hey, John the Beagle Dad. That's just why I think it's a good idea to move him down to the 5 spot. Take a little pressure off of him. Yeah, we're not getting pounded either by the Dodgers. The Mets were. Yeah, 400. Nah, I would not have offered Yamamoto $400. No way, Frank. But I understand what you mean, but I wouldn't have done it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, he probably will get booed. You damn, yeah, damn right. He probably will get booed. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly, Frank. And we're gonna have to wait and see. But the Ohtani injury could change the series. And like, if the Yankees can't, if he misses time and the Yankees can't capitalize on it, then they don't deserve to win this series. It's that simple. Oh, they were pinch hitting Trevino, Ethan, because he was a better matchup against the lefty. And Trevino's, I mean, not Trevino. Wells was like 4 for 41, batting under 100 in the postseason. Brutal, absolutely brutal. What do you know, Ken? I know that the Yankee Stadium needs to be a zoo, an absolute insane asylum Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Got to will these guys, man. You really, really do. But now we're gonna have to wait and see, like whether Otani's gonna be whether his shoulder's separated, and let's see if we have any news yet. Hmm. Down two here, yeah. I mean, look, being down 2-0 sucks, but if Otani's becomes a casualty, then Yankees can capitalize on it because then you can walk Freeman and not worry about Ohtani. Like Brandon, I think it's a good idea. I mean, move Judge down to the 5 spot and move Stanton up to the 3 spot. It's just more. It's like it's more productive in this point right now for this team, right? We'll see if they actually do that, but yeah, if he separated his shoulder, he's gonna need more than one rest day. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, then they might need to take that. Ken, they might need to take that third base back to go get an get looked at. You might need a CAT scan or something. I think the Yankees do have a chance. Chocolate Seed. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But that's just me. I don't give up. I don't give up on my team, no matter what. No matter what. Yeah, I mean, we have to wait and see. I mean, Freeman has been owning this team right now, so the Yankees got to shut Freeman down. Hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, it's one game. It's one game at a time. Got to move past these. We're down 2-0. It sucks, no doubt about it. But the series is not over yet. Okay, it's not over yet. Just chip away, chip away. You win the next 2 games, the freaking series is tied. Different ball, different series. Um, yeah, Beagle. We have. We've been in this situation a lot. This is a different Yankees team. It's a different Dodgers team, but we've been in this situation before. So, yeah. But the Yankees, I mean, honestly, I mean, and it looks like other people observed it too. Like, you got to stop swinging at these off-speed pitches that aren't strikes and just reaching for them. They're not strikes. Don't swing. They might look like strikes, but they don't turn out to be hardly ever strikes. Frank, I do. Yeah, I have Twitter, X or whatever. I do. Yeah, yeah. It would be a huge blow if they lose Ohtani. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not over till it's over. You got that right. You got that right. Rodon got hit. He didn't get lit up or anything like that. So we'll see about that screwball. They are a powerhouse without Ohtani. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. No, it's not really lit up screwball. The 2016 Cup. This is true too, Wink. They were down 3 games to 1 on the to the Guardians. To the Guardians. The then Indians. That's right. Well, this is a testament to the Dodgers' depth. When they signed everybody, they traded for everybody. You know. Oh, I don't know about that, Mr. Coconuts. They won. They beat the Royals without Judge, and they beat the Guardians mostly without Judge. So they advanced to the World Series mostly without Judge. So it is possible. Yeah, imagine that, Sophie Dogs. Original relinquishing is Captain Benjani. Imagine that. Yeah. Got to score. Got to score. Look, it's Walker Bueller in Game 3 and Walker Bueller's hittable. Okay. Walker Bueller versus Schmidt. And then apparently it's going to be a bullpen game from the Dodgers against Hill. So, like, this is an opportunity, right? Right here. This is an opportunity for the Yankees to tie the series. And then in Game 5, if Cole is back, you have an opportunity to go up 3 games to 2. You do have an opportunity to do that, but they have to capitalize on this potential Ohtani injury and a fee. Brother, what's up, man?
What's going
Welcome.
on?
Thanks for coming on. See, look, we're
Yeah,
all pissed, right?
thanks for the invite.
Yeah, man. We're all pissed, CeeLo. We're disappointed or whatever. But like, look, and I was just saying this before. Shohei Ohtani might be hurt now, right? They're
Mhm.
saying they're saying Ken Rosenthal saying he might have separated his shoulder, sliding in the second
Yeah.
base, left shoulder. So if that's the case, right? That the Yankees and if he's going to miss some time, the Yankees have to pounce on it. They have to pounce on that. So, and he hasn't been killing them. Freeman has, but this gives you an opportunity. Who are you going to replace Otani with? That's going to be that impactful. You can walk Freeman and pitch to the guy who's going to replace Otani. You could do that too. So nobody's going to have the impact that Otani has. Nobody. You know. So what's your take on this, bro? What's your take?
On like tonight's game, just in
Yeah.
all in general. I mean, plain and simple, man. The Yankees bats are just not doing well. They're not being productive. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you know, the, I'm looking at Aaron Judge right now.
Judge, yeah,
Who
yeah,
he's what 7 for his last 40 now. 7 for 40 in the
something
postseason.
like
Is
that.
that? Yeah. I mean, he's 7 for 40. You're batting 175 at that point. I mean, it's not those are not great numbers. And I mentioned it in my pregame earlier because I was talking about last night's game with game one.
Hmm.
You know, how you and I were talking about how like Nestor got brought into the game. I'm not going to dive too much. I don't want to dive too much into that, but we wouldn't have had that conversation. That conversation would have never had, but from anybody, if if the Yankees bats did their jobs,
Hmm.
but they didn't. So, as much as people want to, point the finger at Boone, which seems to be what's happening in these last couple of nights. If the bats are not performing, I mean, there's only so much Boone can do. I mean, these players know they've been there before. They know how to play the game. So, um, it boils down to the bats. Right now, the bats are letting the team down right now.
And I don't know if you noticed this today, but the Yankees swung on at a lot of off-speed pitches that were not strikes. Not strikes at
Yes.
all. They could have walked. They led baseball in walks this year. They could have had a ton of walks tonight. Ton of walks,
Yeah.
right? And that would have been just as good as a hit. They could have walked in runs. But we swing at these crap pitches that are off speed. And I understand they might look like a strike, but they hardly ever turn out to be strikes. And they can just stand there and just take the walk, be patient.
Yeah.
You understand the desire to hit, though. I get it. But if they're not strikes, somebody's got to recognize this pattern and say, guys, only if you know it's a strike. Don't swing at the ball. Don't swing at it. Take the freaking walk. There's so many times there would be Volpe, Judge, like they're all over the place, swinging at these terrible pitches. I don't, I think that's one of the dark spots tonight. I mean, Stanton. I mean, I got to. I think that base needs to go get an MRI. Third base.
Yeah.
Jazz, um, Rizzo. So these guys are contributing. Soto, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the again with the bats, man. Yeah, like in tonight's game, they were swinging at balls that were completely outside the strike zone,
Hmm.
and it was it's frustrating, man. It's just like with in the bottom of the ninth, in the yeah, or the top of the ninth, you had Volpe. Volpe at the plate, and he swung at a pitch that would have been a 3-2 count. That was a costly second out.
Hmm.
So you with the bases loaded, man. You cannot have that. So, um, I just want to pull up real quick the scorecard or the box score because Yankees in game one left 11 runners on base and they were 1 for 8. I mean, tonight they left 6 men on base and they were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Mm-hmm.
So still
Not great.
not great. I mean, not as bad as it was Friday night, but still not great. I mean, so in 2 games, you just left 17 runners on base,
Mm-hmm.
and what was it, 2 for 8 game one? So 3 for 14 with runners in scoring position.
Mm-hmm.
That is piss poor.
Mm-hmm.
So that just it cannot happen.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot happen. That is just unacceptable, man. So really, it boils down. Like I said, man, it boils down to the bats. So the bats need to come alive, and I'm looking at Aaron Judge. His bat needs to come around, man. I don't. There's really nothing else to say. I don't know what's going on with Judge. I think he's swinging way too early on a lot of pitches, and he's just getting tied up, really, man.
Mm-hmm. Let me answer between Tim King and Jordan's here.
Sure.
Everyone gets criticized, but the manager had a terrible. I don't know. I don't know if Boone had a terrible game one. I mean, he made a couple of decisions that other people would have made different ones, but you can criticize this guy. Look, this is not a bash. This is it's a waste of time to throw all the blame onto 1 for 11. Okay, they left 11 men on base. That has nothing to do with Aaron Boone. That's the bats, right? And the other question is, why did they bring in Cortez over Tim Hill? Okay, I get it. Okay. The matchup was Ohtani was 2 for 12 for Cortez. Okay. Hill never faced Ohtani with the Yankees. So an advantage Cortez, right? But either one of them was going to have to face the 3-batter minimum rule. So you're going to have to face Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, 3 consecutive MVPs. Which one of those guys would have an advantage of it? Neither one of them. They're not prime Randy Johnson or Greg Maddux. So there was no guarantee that either one was going to get them out. So he went with the matchup advantage, right? That was Canesta Cortez. Didn't pan out. Okay. That's it. Are we just gonna scapegoat Aaron Judge? Right? It's okay to criticize him too. I'm not levying the blame just on him either. This is a team-wide blame. It's a team-wide thing. They didn't do anything. Soto and Stanton. That's it. It's got to be beyond these guys. So Cortez had pitch in third. Yeah, he's a coconuts, but that doesn't matter. He got Ohtani out. That was the matchup. But unfortunately, he had to stay in for 2 more guys. And you know what I'm saying too, and I said this earlier, if Tim Hill did the same thing, came in and got Ohtani out and gave up the walk-off home run, people would still be blaming Boone for that too. So what the hell is the difference here, Jordans? Answer me that question, please. Anybody answer me that question. I welcome answers. I welcome feedback. Well, exactly, Ken. If you're not willing to use Cortez, why have him on the roster World Series? I mean, people were begging to have him on the World Series roster a week ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they were definitely wanting Nestor.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are all those fans now? Right? So there's too much of this. Too much finger pointing across the board. Too much. Lazy defense, I don't disagree. Tim King. Judge poor hitting, you can't disagree with that. But almost everybody held through everything on Boone last night.
Yeah.
And the talking point that was going around social media WFAN, the same people with the same terrible talking points all the time was, why did he go with Nestor Cortes and not Tim Hill? That was what was circulating like wildfire last night, right?
Yeah, well, and again, like I said, if the bats did their jobs, then we wouldn't have the conversation of, well, Boone brought in Cortez. He shouldn't have brought in Cortez. They should have. The bats should have done a better job, and they had a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well, Jonathan's got some updates for us. Subluxation of his left shoulder. He'll undergo further testing tomorrow, but his strength and range of motion are good. So there's a chance he might play. Subluxation. It's not a dislocation, but it's a progression towards dislocation. Um, Boone did up last. So it seems so many people of the Boone blame, but completely ignoring 11 men left on base, completely ignoring 3 strikeouts by Aaron Judge, 2 of them with multiple guys on base. Right? If Judge hits, we don't go to extra innings. Right?
yeah. Mr. Coconut's the same. Boone lost the first game. The bats lost the second. Well, the bats didn't come through in the first game either. So
No, it's a team-wide effort.
yeah,
They deserve to lose. That's it.
yeah.
So it's pointless. Now we got to figure out what to do. Okay, Betts was 0 for 5 against Cortez Peanut. I mean, it's again. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they walked him too, Betts. But I don't know who called. I don't know who made that call, but um, that's. I mean, that's possibly too, Lou. If there weren't errors, we won't go extra innings. That error, like nobody was backing up Gleyber Torres when he made that error.
Mm-hmm.
So these are little things. These are little things, but we just have to hit. Got to make some adjustments, and I mentioned this before, and I think that moving Stanton up to 3 and Judge down to 5 is probably a good idea right now. And
I mean,
Rizzo in between the two.
yeah, at this point, I mean, that's what you're gonna probably have to do. The question is Aaron Boone gonna do that?
I don't
As of
know.
right now, I don't see it.
I don't know. I don't know if he wants to rock the boat, but dude, and like I said, like this isn't a punish. This isn't a punish Judge thing. This is a do what you need to do to help the team win thing. So, you know, crazy. It's crazy. Well, Michael Ryan, Cole was about to get. About to get in trouble last night. That's why he came out of the game. Pitch
Yeah.
count, regardless, he was getting into trouble. He had to come out of the game.
Yeah, how many times have they left a starting pitcher in there having full confidence, like, oh, he'll get out of it, and it ends up biting him.
hmm
You know,
I'm,
in a,
I'm the only reporter streaming not getting on Boone. So what? I don't follow other people's talking points. Everybody that knows me knows that. I don't do it because WFAN's doing it or other channels are doing it. I don't do that. Okay? This is why having another perspective is important. And so what if I'm the only one not getting on Boone? That's okay. He wasn't perfect last night, but he's not the one that left 11 guys on base. The bats did. Cole was getting into trouble. He had to come out. The matchup favored Nestor. I understand that too. It didn't work out. It's over. Moving on. So, am I supposed to follow everybody else, Mike, around just because they're doing it? This is why I want this channel to be different than other channels. I don't want to be like the other channels. Okay? Should have left Cole in for another. Yeah, I mean, Cole's getting into trouble. Cole's getting into trouble. He had to take him out. And when he gets into trouble, he tends to get into big trouble. He was really, really good up until that point. You had to get him out of there. And this is the World Series. No, the Yankees lost the game, not Boone, Michael. I disagree with that. The bats lost the game. They could have won. They could have scored more runs than the Dodgers, but they didn't. So I think the bats lost the game. You could say boom if you, that's fine. I don't agree with that, but that's just me. So nobody wanted Nestor there. Who's nobody? Are you speaking for everybody? I understood the Nestor matchup. It was all there. He had the matchup advantage over Hill. I said Hill was hot, but again, Hill's also 35. He's older. And he was no guarantee he was going to get 3 consecutive MVPs out either, and he had to face all 3 of them. So when you say no one wanted Nestor, I disagree. And why don't you prove me? Prove me wrong, Michael. Prove it. Don't tell me I'm wrong without proof. Bring it. Come on. Well, that's beyond that. Walked about here. He'd give up triples. He was starting to get hit. Once he starts to get into that pattern, he gets in trouble and late in the game. So yeah, do I see a lineup change? I hope, but I don't know if I do. What about you, NFE?
I mean, a lineup change would be ideal, but I don't. I mean, I don't see it happening.
Yep.
I honestly don't see it happening. There's no way I see a lineup change happening.
Yep. Mike makes a point here. Yankees Dodgers World Series in 78 and 81. The team that took a 2-0 lead lost the World Series. Yeah, the Dodgers had a 2-0 lead in 78. Yankees had a 2-0 lead in 81. And they both lost the World Series. This is true. This is true. Mm-hmm. They did not hit. So they didn't hit, but you're blaming Boone for them not hitting? Ron, is that what we're saying here? See, I'm trying to understand the logic of these arguments. You're saying the bats did not hit, but we're blaming Boone for that. Why? Tim Hill is not the obvious choice for almost everyone. Who's everyone? And why was he obvious? Hmm? Nestor hadn't pitched and he had the matchup favorites, and he got Ohtani out in one pitch. There's no guarantee Hill would have gotten those 3 guys out. And again, like I said, Michael Ryan, if Tim Hill came in and did the same thing and blew the game, people would be blaming Boone for that too. So, what makes him the obvious choice for almost everyone? And why do we always blame Boone when players make mistakes instead of holding the players accountable? Just curious. Hmm? Can you prove what? Well, they they lived and died by a piece of paper and overplayed their hand and didn't work out. What piece of paper? What piece of paper are you talking about? Overplayed their hand. And I'm sure if Hill lost the game, people wouldn't be. Oh, really? They wouldn't be mad. I don't. What piece of paper are you talking about, AOG? I never blame. No, I've held Boone accountable, Michael Ryan. I just don't trash him when it's not justified. I don't blame him when it's not justified. I don't blame him for batters leaving 11 guys on base, Michael Ryan. So, mhm. They can't hit for these guys. It's amazing how so many of the fans. I don't get it. What analytics? That's a strategic move. They make them all the time, managers. Do they work out all the time? No, but There was nothing that said Tim Hill was the obvious guy to get him out. What lineup would I run for? I would LJD. I would have Stanton at 3 and Judge at 5, and Rizzo in between them at 4. And I think the rest of them, for the most part, the same. What about you, Menifee?
Repeat the question one more time. Sorry.
What lineup would I put up here? What lineup would you run out
What
for?
lineup would you run for Game 3? So I mean, I would keep Torres and Soto the same. You probably move up.
AOG, I'm talking to you, not the chat. I'm talking to you. Don't bring the chat in here. I'm talking to you, dude. You back up what you're saying. Don't bring the chat in here. This is you and me, homie. Don't think I'm gonna let you get off of this. Sorry, Anthony. Go ahead.
You're good.
You think for 1 second I'm gonna let you get off of this? You're dead wrong.
Okay, so yeah, Torres, Soto. I mean, at this point, I'm not going Judge third. I'm sorry, but I'm not going Judge third. Probably got to put Giancarlo in there now. Put Giancarlo third. Cleanup. I mean, that's the big question mark. Who do you put at cleanup? Do you? I don't know. Are you comfortable with putting Jazz there? Are you comfortable putting Rizzo there? Right. I sure as hell ain't putting Wells in there at the number 4 spot. So you got to decide between Jazz or Rizzo. I mean, if I had to pick, I'd probably go Rizzo at the 4 spot. Then you probably go Jazz at number 5. Number 6, you'd go Volpe, right? 7, you'd go. Who am I missing?
You go Judge at 5.
Sorry, I go Judge. You know what? I would go Judge at 5. Sorry, Judge at 5. Then Jazz at 6, Volpe at 7, Wells at 8. As a matter of fact, I'd probably put Wells at 9 at this point.
Yeah.
And put Verdugo at 8.
Yeah.
That would be my lineup right there, man. Yeah. I would put Wells at 9 at this point because he's not producing either. Right? So I mean, yeah, what's Wells doing right now? I mean, Wells was good at one point. I mean, he was
he's
tearing
batting
up.
He's batting 100.
Yeah. So he's got a 98 average right now. That's unacceptable from Wells. And
Robert's saying dislocated shoulder for Ohtani. Where'd you see that, Robert?
They just said.
That's different than subluxation. I mean, if that's updated, let's see here.
Yeah.
That's significant if it's true. That's sorry. I mean, I don't wish Ohtani a serious injury or anything like that. But this is, I mean, if this creates an opportunity for Yankees, then they need to take advantage of it. Yeah, and Randall, you're right too. I wouldn't mind sitting Wells for Trevino. Right.
My only issue with Trevino, though, is that because when they played him in the Guardians series and in one of the games against the Guardians were running on him. Yeah, they took full advantage, and you got guys on the Dodgers that could run, and is that something we want?
Mm-hmm. No, I understand we're frustrated, AOG, but and I'm going to tell you this. I tell everybody this: if you're going to bring up a point, you better back it up. And don't try to drag other people in this. I don't do talking points ever. I don't use other people's talking points. I don't give a damn what WFAN says. Okay? I don't give a damn what Joel Sherman says or other channels who like to trash Yankees say. Don't care.
Yeah,
Right?
AOG. All I'm gonna say is I'm frustrated with you, man.
We're all frustrated, man. We're
Yeah,
all
I'm
frustrated.
definitely very frustrated. I don't like the way the Yankees have been playing. I've been and I've been very boisterous about that.
Yeah. And it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be frustrated. Okay. But what good? I mean, and my question is, what good does it do to use other people's talking points? I mean, this is what was going around last night. WFAN stuff. And people were just running with it, right? Run. That's what they do. That's fine. And then you have other people like myself and NFE. We have a different view, different perspective, and that's okay too. You know, let's see what you as a manager got to know your team. He does know his team, but like, who are you going to replace these guys with that aren't hitting?
Yeah, you're not gonna sit Judge for Trent Grisham. That's not gonna happen. Yeah,
And you're not going to sit him for Dominguez.
no way.
No, who are you going to replace him with? Is the question, right? We don't have the depth that the Dodgers do right now, right? Well, I don't disagree with this, AOG. Tell Judge. I mean, well, you know, that's a conversation for the coaches to have with him. You know, I don't listen to WFM at all, Robert. It's a waste of my time.
Yeah, WFAN used to be cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't listen to him at all. Tommy Edman, that he's looking to be a gem of a find at the trade deadline for the Dodgers. Who would have thunk? He was hurt when he got here. You know, do was blocking people on Twitter. Who was blocking people, Nathaniel? Trash man should have done. Yeah, let's sit with the name calling. Come on, man. What the deadline with Dodgers? Why they have more depth? That's who was blocking people on Twitter, Nathaniel? Blocking people on Twitter.
I get he's saying
Oh, Judge was blocking people on
Judge, I
Twitter.
guess. Yeah.
Judge. I wonder. You wonder if it's him or if he has people that manage his Twitter.
It's
You
a good
know,
question.
I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question though. I mean I'm right there with you.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, Quell. Like I said, Quell. I mean, the Dodgers also have an ownership group of multiple people. They have, lots of resources and so on. And again, but they've also hamstrung themselves for the next decade financially, plus. So it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, look, Twitter's a lot of propaganda on Twitter. So Yankees were in on Edmund. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the Dodgers gave up for Edmund. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what they gave up for Flaherty, the Dodgers. To be honest with you.
No idea. But I mean, even if they added Flaherty, it's not gonna change how the offense performs.
Yeah, true.
And Tommy Edman, I mean,
Yeah, I like his versatility, Edmund, but
yeah, he's a good player. I'll give him that.
Dodgers. Well, the Dodgers payroll isn't as high as the Yankees. Screwball. Yeah, they want to win now. Yeah, I mean, they're showing that too. Yeah, this is you don't sit. This is where I agree with you, AOJ. You don't sit Verdugo. His glove has saved this team multiple runs in the last two games. He's been magical with his glove. But again, look what you're up against right now. The Mets show that the Dodgers are beatable. So the Yankees have to make adjustments. Dodgers. I don't think Soto wants. I think he said he doesn't want to go out to the West Coast. No. Edmund was traded to the Dodgers in a three-team. Eric Fetty and platoon by Tommy Pham. Okay. Okay. Obviously they got Kopech too. Dodgers didn't. Dodgers GM was with the Rays in it, so you got a super aggressive GM. Okay. Dodgers traded. All right. Philly for Soto. I would watch out for um Philly for what's his name? Anthony Santander. Yep. I would watch out for Anthony Santander for the Phillies. Because they're trying to trade what's the guy's name? Castellanos. So if they trade Castellanos, they're gonna need to replace someone in outfielder. And Dave Dombrowski, the GM of the Phillies, is just as bold as the Dodgers GM. These guys will sacrifice their future for try to win a championship. So, well, this is the thing, Udall. Mazel tov, Udall. What's happening, by the way? Shalom, buddy. Judge has to get out of the funk, man. We need him to join the party with Soto and Stanton. We absolutely do, or we're in deep trouble. I can't see the Phillies getting Corbin Burns and Anthony Santana. I can't see that. I could see the Mets getting Corbin Burns. I could see the Dodgers going after Corbin Burns too.
He is a California guy.
Yeah, especially if they lose Flaherty.
You think? I mean, since we're kind of like talking about players signing where they could possibly sign, you think Yankees and John Flaherty? You think there's something there?
Jack Flaherty?
Jack Flaherty.
Uh, maybe.
It's a maybe, right?
And Tanner Scott too.
Yeah, I could see Tanner. I could see Tanner Scott.
I mean, both of those guys.
But I don't think both. But
I don't know both of them, but both of them were what do you call it? Traded at the deadline, so they can't get a qualifying offer. So that's advantage. You know, a team that's going to acquire him. So, but I don't know. I don't know what I don't. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see.
Yeah.
Priority number one is to re-sign Soto, but they need to add a bat.
Oh, 100%. They need a bat. Yeah, I think a reliable, a bat or two bats. You know that can.
I mean, this would be crazy if they got Corbin Burns, but I don't know. I don't know what the finances could be yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that I want. I don't know if I want him Burns, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I would pass. I mean, you know, Burns is not priority number one for me. I would. I try to get Paul Skeens instead of Burns. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Scooble.
Yeah, Scooble. He's a guy I would try to trade for. Luis Ariz is not a free agent until the following year. Until after 25. CeeLo, this is a good question. 85 Ks and 50. It's a great question. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I can't see Phillies getting Juan Soto. We'll see. We'll see. Once the World Series is over, we'll get into free agent predictions and prepare the offseason. That's coming. I'm working on that stuff, so that's coming. But like I said before, tonight sucked, just like last night. So, but it's not over yet. They're down 2-0. They're not down 4-0. So, the Dodgers still have to win 2 games. The Yankees got to win 4. So, it is impossible for the Yankees to win it in the Bronx now. They have to come back to LA and win this. So, Cedric Mullins. See free agent Mullins. Interesting. Well, we need Judge to get over it. We need him to get over it. We need him to get over it this offseason. So, but Pete Alonso, screwball. If he's not going to the Mets, I got a couple of places. I'm gonna break down my predictions with, I'm gonna add my contract predictions to it too. So, I'm working on that right now. So stay tuned, gang. That's gonna come right after the World Series. So, do I think Baltimore? Who's Baltimore's third baseman? Since they're in the process of bringing up the process, I have no idea. Yeah, it sucks, Kobe. It really does. Anthony and I are a little speechless right now, as are a lot of fans. But again, I'm in shock. In shock more than anything. Oh, Gunnar Henderson. I don't think they're going to trade Gunnar.
No way.
Nah.
They'd be crazy if they traded Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. I don't think they're going to do that. And I can't. Yeah, chocolate. See, I get some rest, Jonathan. I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes anyway too. I could see. We don't know how aggressive Baltimore's ownership is going to be yet. So would I be surprised if he didn't go back to the Orioles, Burns? No, I would not. I could see the Dodgers, the Giants, the Padres, any one of those teams on the National League West making a play for him. Yeah. And especially the Padres are going to want to, they got to do something to get past the Dodgers. So Corbin Burns might be a good fit there. But that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. Let's see, I'm getting something here. Any news? Yeah, subluxation for Ohtani. Well, we'll see. We'll get a better idea probably tomorrow if Ohtani's going to play. If I'm the Yankees, I'm preparing as if he will play. And then if he doesn't, then lucky break. They better take advantage of it. But guys and gals, I want to thank you for elevating this conversation today. We pushed each other pretty good. I like that. I like that when people do that. I'm going to push you back. So, but I appreciate you pushing me and pushing NFE and pushing each other. I always appreciate that. So thank you for doing it. Okay. I appreciate you. Whether you agree with me or not, that's okay. Bro, a bookie caught his own shot. Yeah. Yeah, Monday's lineup should be Glaber, Soto, Stanton, Rizzo, Judge, Chisholm, Dominguez, Volpe, Dominguez. Well, hang on a second. You're sitting Verdugo for Dominguez, Saint? Why? That's okay, LJ. You got to do it, man. You got to do it. And we can't. We breaking balls and pushing each other is okay, but perspective is important. But why? Yeah, why are you sitting Verdugo for Dominguez, Saint? What do you? Just why? I appreciate you secondhand. Do I think the Yankees might be interested in Ha-Sung Kim? Is that the infielder? Does he play third base?
He's an infielder. I think he plays second base and shortstop. But I don't know. I mean, is he a free agent after this year, Ha-Sung Kim? And I thought he was hurt.
Let's see. Ha-Sung Kim. 29 years old. They have a mutual option for 2025. The Padres and Ha-Sung Kim. So the Padres would have to deny it in order for him to be a free agent.
I see.
Anything's possible. I don't know. It could happen. Yeah, Verdugo is producing, so I don't know if sitting him for Dominguez
Yeah,
is a good idea.
Verdugo's defense. I mean, granted he may not be hitting, but his defense is still valuable in left field.
Yeah, Jordan Westberg, the third. Is he better than Gunnar Henderson?
Oh, Jordan Westberg.
Gunner's really freaking good.
Yeah, Gunner's good, man. I don't know how you. I mean, Westberg is good too, but I don't think he's better than Gunner.
Can he go to a different position? Westberg?
Gunner,
Oh, see a little bit the bold taker here. So is going to the White Sox. Oh, baby.
actually, I think Soto is going to go to the Japanese league.
The Yomiuri Giants.
Yeah, he'll go play with Matsui out there. You know.
Oh man. You know what? Sometimes team needs that takes it. Yeah, look, I mean, the Yankees were projected to be a fourth place team this year, and they're in the World Series. So they've
Yeah,
already defied expectations, and then some, and then some, and then some. So trade for I would personally I would pass for I would pass on Arenado.
no, Arenado. If the Yankees were going to go after Arenado, they should have done. They should have done it 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That was the time to get Arenado. I like Nolan Arenado. I really do. I'm a big Arenado fan, but not with that contract.
See, this is an interesting trade. Leave Case at third base. Trade for Brandon Donovan for third base and Ryan Helsley for the bullpen.
I like Donovan. I
I
like
like
Brandon
that.
Donovan. Yeah,
That's
Brandon Donovan's
interesting.
great, man.
I've been trying to get Donovan for like 2 years now. I really have. So that's a good
Well,
one, Jason. Well done.
you got Cashman's number. You could call
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a shout out to the game.
him. Tell him how to do his job. You know.
Yeah.
Just
Gosh, I
kidding.
got a couple of suggestions from our people. Um, we locked down facing AL Central. Yeah, we look. I mean, AL Central teams are not a walkover.
Yeah, I don't know if it's lucked out. You know, it's like Cashman when Cashman was being interviewed by that Russo guy.
Oh yeah,
He was like, "Oh yeah, you know, you people were saying that this was an easy path for you guys because the Orioles and Astros were out." And Cashman responded saying, I think that's an insult to teams like the Tigers, Royals, and the
yeah.
Tigers and the Royals. It's because like no, that was not an easy path. The Royals are a good team, and I think they're going
Mm,
to come back even hungrier next season. And
mm.
the
I
Tigers
think
are going to come back hungrier too.
I
So are the Guardians.
I think they're all
So
gonna be busy this offseason.
yeah, those AL Central teams. I mean, yeah, the Yankees dominated them during the regular season, but they still give the Yankees a hard time.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah,
So,
so those AL Central teams are. I don't sleep on them. And in the offseason, I was like, watch out for the Royals. That's a team to look out for. And sure enough, they were.
yep. Perspective here too. One at bat away from the series being tied. Yeah, I mean, yep. You know, it's there. I mean,
It
the Yankees still have it in them. So
yeah.
maybe they need to be at home to in the Bronx to ignite this fire. I mean, it really. Yeah, same here, Robert. When Verdugo went over that wall last night, that I had to hold my breath too. I was like, oh damn. Ugh.
But there you go. That's a player putting his body on the line, making
Yep.
plays.
Yep. Tigers tore up the Astros. I mean the
Yeah,
Royals tore up the Orioles.
yeah.
It's not a cakewalk.
Yeah, to say it was an easy path, I mean, there's no way. If it was an easy like yeah, if it was an easy path, then the Orioles should have beaten the who was it the Royals, and
Yep.
then the Astros should have beaten the Tigers. End of
Yep.
story.
And another good point here. The bullpen, yeah, Rodon gave up the 4 runs early, and the bullpen didn't do anything else after that. Give up nothing. So the bullpen
Hmm.
did its job. The bullpen did its job.
Yeah,
We have to jump on Walker Bueller on Monday. We have to. Mm,
indeed, they do.
they got their backs against the wall now. And that's just the way that it is. And I guess it wouldn't be the Yankees' way otherwise. You got to make us sweat for this freaking all the time. It really is. But I agree, Winkton. Yankee Stadium is going to be that place is going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. So, and we need it to be. Yeah, look, see, I mean, we talked about this too. Wells is batting .98, but there is a trade off with Trevino. I mean, people running on Trevino more than they do Wells. I mean, Wells is the guy that threw Ohtani out tonight. Trying to say,
He did it that. He
no,
did it that.
yeah, and well, this is true too, Seal. Yeah, I mean, Schmidt's been decent. So he's been solid. Solid has been better than I would say better than Bueller too. Yeah, Jacob Pedruzzi's in the building. What's good, Jacob?
What up,
What's
Jacob?
happening,
How's
brother?
it going, man?
Jacob's in half. Yeah, dude, it's always a sweat fest with the Yankees. They raise our blood pressure all the time. You know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd rather it be that way instead of just a cakewalk all the time. Honestly, it's more enjoyable this way. It helps us build character, and toughness, and perseverance. Right? So fortitude. Well, this is true too, Joe. We don't need Wells' armor for a time. Well, there's some other guys that steal bases too.
Yeah, they got some guys that can run for sure.
But I understand what you're saying. If Ohtani's out, man, they gotta jump all over this, man. They really do. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, this is the thing, Lou. You know how to not run Trevino? Don't let guys get on base. Don't give him a chance to run.
Hmm.
So
That's sometimes easier said than done, you know.
yeah, I remember '96 too, man. I was at Game 6. When the Yankees clinched it. If social media, oh, could you? Yeah, if Twitter was there and Instagram with the people, it would be crazy with Smokes, Maddox, and Glavine. And then when Girardi hit that triple off of Maddox in Game 6, over the center fielder's head, it's one of the loudest I've ever heard in the stadium. That and when David Justice hit that home run in 2000 off of Arthur Rhodes to put them give them the lead to go into the World Series against the Mets. Those are the two loudest times I've ever heard the stadium. I mean, the stadium was shaking, like it was crazy. It was crazy. Well, this is the thing too. I can understand this. Who needs to get through his players? The players need to do their jobs. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
And these guys are paid a lot of money to do their jobs, and you know, yeah, it was rocking in Atlanta. Oh, you damn right it was. Another safety hazard. Oh, Robert, what do you? Safety hazard at Dodger Stadium. Oh boy, what? Where? Talking about the wall that Verdugo went over? Yeah, dude. Poppy's been taunting the Yankees. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get out of here, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. So if I was Jeter, I'd be like, let me polish my 5 rings. Just give me a second, Poppy. Like screwball. I think Rizzo should bat fourth, and he should bat fourth. I would bat him. I would bat Stanton third, Rizzo fourth, Judge fifth. Or if you want to be ballsy, you can bet Chisholm fourth right now because Chisholm's hitting more than Rizzo is. Rizzo just keeps getting on base, keeps getting hit by pitches and dry walks now, which is fine too. So it really depends on, but that's what I would do. I would bet Rizzo fourth or Chisholm fourth. So Jacob Clark Schmidt starting game 3.
No, I think. Wait,
Oh,
I think
Dominguez?
he's asking if Dominguez is going to start.
I doubt it.
But I doubt it, man. Yeah, for who?
I doubt it. Topspin, I don't know if he's gonna bat him Judge fifth, but I think I personally, people might not agree with me, but I think it'd be a good idea. Take a little bit of pressure off of Judge. And
Yeah, top spin. I think it's realistic. The question is Boone going to do it? We don't
yeah,
know.
that's the $1,000,000 question that we don't know the
Yeah.
answer to. But Stanton's been most productive, which is why I would bat him behind Soto.
Hmm.
So it just makes more sense, especially in the postseason. But what if Judge backs second in the well, I think Soto's taking that spot over Wink, honestly.
I don't
Um,
think it will make a difference if you put Judge second and Soto third. I mean, the thing is, if I don't know what's going to change. Like respectfully, I just don't know.
yeah, I mean, yeah. And I don't know how much shaking up you're going to do at this point right now in the World Series. So
Yeah, well, Jacob is saying Verdugo's hitting 150. You can make the argument that you need a shake up in the lineup. Yeah, but
you
is
don't take that
Dominguez?
glove. You don't take that glove out of the
Yeah,
lineup.
but how about that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How about that glove? And this was something that I kept saying before the regular season ended, when everybody was talking about DFAing. Well, I don't want to say everybody, but there were people out there saying to DFA Verdugo or don't put him on the roster. And he has shown in the postseason that his glove is valuable, and you just don't like it. It still further proves my point. You know, people are just like, oh, you know, you like you're it's you know, were kind of like after me for defending Verdugo. So it's like, tell me whose defense. I was like, you don't want Verdugo's defense in left field?
Dominguez's defense is not at the level of
No, it's
Verdugo.
not, and that's not bashing Dominguez, but I'd rather have Verdugo's defense over Dominguez. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And he's got a reputation for being an elite defender, and he's proven it time and time again.
Yeah.
So gummies for all, Joseph. Enjoy those gummies, man. Those special gummies, Joseph.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, they must be a little special.
Yeah, it's 2:10. Late at night, the special gummies that help you sleep. Right? You don't have a great night, my friend. Shalom, Mazel Tov, as always, man.
Yeah, good night, man.
Always appreciate you.
Saying
Live
defense
with me.
means nothing if Yankees don't start scoring. I mean, yeah, but defense also saves from the other team scoring more runs. But yes, the offense absolutely needs to start scoring, and we've been saying that for the last couple of nights.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to give Dominguez major league reps in spring training, not in the World Series. World Series is not the time to experiment right now. So,
And Dominguez is gonna he'll be starting next year.
yeah, yeah. And Verdugo's been fine. Verdugo's been fine, but again, like I said, yeah, in outfielder, I think Dominguez is going to replace Verdugo after the season. So we'll have our um, left field replacement.
I don't want to real quick. I don't want to jump too much into the future, but I'd rather see Dominguez in center field and move Judge to back to right, and then have Soto back and left. I mean, I know it may not be a popular choice, or it may not be a popular opinion.
so that's a worthwhile option. And a Kunzel, yeah, there he is.
What's up, Joe? But I think you know, just put you know, it'd be cool to have Dominguez in his natural position,
Yeah, true.
and
See what
Judge would play right field, and it would avoid um, any sort of risk. Although, you know, Judge plays fine in center field, but it would just um, you know, avoid any
No,
potential injuries or anything that people talk about.
I do think that once Stanton moves on, then Judge needs to transition to DH. I do think so.
Yeah, but that's not going to. We got to, but you know, we got Stanton for another 3 or 4 years. So
Yep, it's true. I don't. I
yeah,
don't agree, Randy, that we're done yet. It's not over yet. It's not. It's not over yet. And the Dodgers may have lost Ohtani, so um, we're still waiting to hear some information. So Judge admit he's not. Yeah, well, he has to. I mean,
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's really not. You can't really beat around the bush with that.
yeah.
We
Do you
all
know
know
why?
he's not stepping up.
Yeah. It's fake news. No. Mm-mm. Everybody can see it, bro.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too, Topspin. Exactly. You can't take Walls out because you need his arms. So that's the thing. Some guys will bring more defensive acumen than offensive acumen, and vice versa. So you know, and like Soto's not an elite defender. He's competent, but Soto's not here for his outstanding. We don't expect him to be Jim Edmonds.
No.
Jim Edmonds was probably the greatest defensive center field I've ever seen. But we don't need him to be that. We need him to keep doing what he's doing. Shoot. You know, it's tough, man. It's really tough right now. But I don't know. I think the Yankees are going to win Game 3 on Monday too. They have to. They have to. I mean, we're going to have to talk a lot of people off the ledge if they don't win. There's going to be people 1 foot off the ledge if that happens. Yeah. Partial shoulder dislocation. So we heard subluxation. So I mean, we're hearing some conflicting reports in Yankee baseball. More testing. Yeah, I think they're gonna evaluate it tonight and test them tomorrow just to get a confirmation and see what's gonna happen. So, you know, so we'll see. I mean, it's a huge opportunity for the Yankees if that does come, but I don't wish serious injury to Ohtani. So, um, but with that said, the Yankees need to take advantage of it no matter what. Yeah, they gotta win. CeeLo, have a great night. Oh my God, my wife's watching Miracle on 34th Street. Oh God,
She's watching what?
Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh boy.
That's what I have to look forward to when I go upstairs. Fantastic.
Oh man.
Yeah, Wink, I agree. Soto looks happy here. Yeah. Yeah, the Yankees the Yankees need to sweep at home. They have to sweep. I mean, if they sweep at home, then they're up 3 games to 2. That's it. The series will feel a hell of a lot different. The series, but if they do that, if they go up, I could see the Dodgers winning Game 6 and then them going 7 games, which is my initial prediction. That this is going to go 7 games. But we'll see. We'll see. At least we got a day off tomorrow. I'll still post a video to recap today and whatever, and I'm gonna give like the football previews because we got football tomorrow. So, and all
I'll
that
be
stuff. So,
I'll be going live tomorrow.
NFE is gonna be live, so be sure to join him on this channel as well.
Yeah.
You gonna be with
Oh,
Ken?
no, I'll be alone.
All
I'm gonna
right,
be I'll be going live at noon.
I like it. 120 Halloween. What does that mean, Joseph?
1:20 at Halloween.
Hmm, I'm a little confused with that one.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Not much to recap. 1 hit through 8 innings. Yeah, they woke up a little bit in the ninth inning, and hopefully that translates over to Game 3, and the Yankees come out the gates. And hopefully the crowd will help will them do that, man. Take the Jets, Bills, and the Packers. Yeah, my God, my Jets. God, they can
Yeah.
beat Walker Bueller, and they're gonna bullpen Game 4. So these are the 2 games that you have a really good shot to win. If you tie the series, Cole can put you up 3 games to 2. It is possible. And if he does that, expect him out of the bullpen in Game 7. So, I mean, that's To me that's a good strategy, but that's just me. That's why I'm not the freaking Yankee manager. So yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Constantly, we were talking about this earlier. Judge Volpe, they were swinging at so many off-speed pitches that were not strikes. They were like 2 feet off the plate. They could have walked so much tonight. They could have probably had 10 walks, but they didn't. They made Yamamoto look like Don Drysdale. Well, they really did. But it is what it is with these. I mean, these off-speed pitches. They look like strikes for about 50 feet, and they tail off down to the left, away from right-handed hitters. And they were eating up Judge. They were eating up Volpe, eating up our lefty bats. The lefties were hitting them. Jazz and some of those guys, they were hitting them, but not the righties. So, yeah, 19 swings and misses doesn't mean too much. I mean, his all postseason stats aren't that robust, but you got to hit him, screwball. You got to hit him. I mean, 19 swings and misses, that could be for 2 batters, 3 batters. No. But yeah, so. Well, I agree, Randy. Judge is definitely pressing. He admitted it too. You know they're gonna keep pressing him. So Rodon, I mean, well, Joseph, that's the thing too. Like Rodon will come back and pitch Game 6, and then that's when we would need the Yankees to be the best road team in baseball, that they were all year. You know, that's the thing. And my question, Joseph, where the hell is Marcus Stroman? Why was he not in there? You know, he could have given us innings instead of having to use a lot of relievers. And he's got some off-speed stuff. So, I don't know. What do you think about that, NFC? Would you like to see Stroman at some point in here?
I mean, it depends on the situation. They really haven't had to use him.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thunk that they could have brought him in the fourth today and let him go a few innings.
Yeah, I mean, that probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, honestly. You know, maybe bring because
He's on
yeah,
the World Series roster.
yeah, he is.
You
He
know,
is. He could have maybe given you 2 or 3 innings potentially.
yeah. I mean, again, like they're saying to Cortez, well, he's not a high leverage reliever. Well, that wouldn't have been high leverage innings. So, and that's got to be. I would be utilizing this to save the Cousins and save the Weavers for when we need them the most. You know, I'd rather have them pitch one less game but go 2 innings, Weaver, or something like that. So I'd rather take 2 innings of Weaver over 2 innings of Stroman, or over 2 innings of Cortez. So, so we'll see. Weaver before Cousins, not necessarily in order, Randy. You know, but I think Weaver and Cousins have been some of the most dependable relievers that the Yankees have had. Hill as well. So yeah, but Rodon got hit today a little bit, but his control was there. He just got hit, and you throw hard against good hitters, they're gonna hit you. So I mean, yeah, Joseph, I'm surprised that Stroman was not in after Rodon. I really am. Oh yeah, it's definitely Rick on 34th Street. Oh yeah. Okay. The black and white version too.
Oh
So
boy.
going from like 1928 or whatever. Yeah. It's Christmas movies all year in my house, and I feel all the time.
Interesting.
Christmas Vacation, National in April. The only one that she doesn't watch is Christmas Story.
What?
That's my favorite. She doesn't like it.
That's interesting.
I'm like,
Wow.
honey, We gotta have we gotta have a discussion here. Something, man. This is not Christmas Story is a classic.
It's a good
Classic.
movie.
Natalie Wood. Now, yeah, exactly. Just Natalie. I mean, she like totally legit, man. The old school one is no. Cortez is not a free agent, Randall. Cortez is not a free agent until 2026. Him and Trevino are free agents, but don't be surprised if the Yankees try to trade both of them. That's something I said about maybe a month or two ago. And if they trade Cortez, expect them to add a pitcher in free agency or a trade. Home Alone's another classic. Yes, it is. Yeah, my wife likes Home Alone.
Home Alone is dope.
Yeah, that's a great
I love
movie.
Home
Yeah,
Alone.
it's a great movie. I love Joe Pesci, obviously, too. So Home Alone's fantastic. Do my girls have wink? Well, they're watching a lot of Bluey right now. Bluey, Bluey, Bluey. So, but the critic, they like the Grinch. They like Frosty the Snowman.
Did you see that the Yankees signed a right-handed pitcher to a minor league deal?
When?
Well,
Today?
yeah, it happened 3 hours ago.
Who's that?
Jeff Hartlieb,
Hartley. Who the hell is that?
Hartlieb.
Jeff Hartley. Who in the world is that? Jeff Hartley. Let's see. I do not know Jeff
I just literally saw it.
Hartley. Yankees. Let's see. Let's see what we can. Oh yeah, Yankees signed Jeff. Oh, it's Geoff.
Yeah, GEOFF. Sorry, I should
Wonder.
have specified.
Jeff Hartley to a minor league deal. Right-handed pitcher. Agreement on a minor league deal, as noted in the transactions tracker on Hartley, includes an invite to big league spring training next year. He's 31 in December. Got his start in pro ball as a 29th round pick by the Pirates in the 2016 draft. The righty made a fairly speedy ascent up to the minor leagues in order to debut with the Pirates during the 2019 season. Then 25-year-old struggled. Okay, 9 ERA and 35 innings of work. So I'm guessing it's going to be a project for Matt Blake.
Probably because
Big league level has posted a solid 3.63 ERA and 22 and a third innings of work. But a look under the hood revealed that Hartleib's walked as many hitters as he struck out last year.
yeah, because it
Okay.
it says that because I found an article here. So it says this past season was far from what Jeff Hartley hoped for. He allowed 9 runs in 9 innings, struck out 15.9% of batters with the Rockies. So
go and draw in there.
But I guess his fastball velocity is impressive. He averages about 97 miles per hour, and he tops out at 99.
So we're getting the hard throwing. We need another guy like that in the bullpen.
Yeah. So Hartley boasts a 4-seamer, sinker, cutter, and slider while throwing from a wide release point. And he gets a bit of an extension on his pitches thanks to his taller frame. A diverse fastball profile is important, but the lack of a consistent breaking ball has made the right-hander easy pickings for MLB lineups. But he has a sinker, which Matt Blake loves sinkers.
Well, here he is. Okay. Jeff Hartley. What do we know about him? He is 30 years old. 76 strikeouts. All right. He looks like he's a big dude.
Yeah. I mean, what's the
6'5"? Mm-hmm. He's tall. There's a picture of him here and his wife. He's like towering over her and his kids. Okay, all right. Well, I'm on. It's a project for Matt Blake, so this is what they do, right? They find guys like Tim Hill and Tim Mason. More projects.
Yeah, I mean Cashman and company, man, they do a good job finding these guys, and the next thing you know, you're just like, who the hell is this guy? And then all of a sudden, boom, So and he's probably on the cheap too. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, minor league
um,
deal. So probably the minimum.
yeah, and not to mention the Yankees drafted a lot of pitchers
Yes,
too.
they did.
So, they're preparing for the future, definitely. So that's why, um, yeah, you're probably not going to see some of these guys coming back for the Yankees. Like I could see Canley coming back maybe on another 1 year deal.
Canley,
Tommy Canley,
that's possible.
and then they're going to exercise Luke Weaver's option, I think.
Well, I can't see how Luke Weaver's not going to come back.
Yeah, but I think Clay
Looks
Holmes,
like
I think he walks.
looks like Hartley's got almost 5 controllable years left before he's a free agent.
Oh well, there you go.
So Mesa is on the World Series roster, Joseph. Yes, he is.
Yeah, Yankees have 3 lefty pitchers on the roster. So
Yeah,
Mesa, Hill, and Nestor.
Nestor Cortez. Yeah. So, well, this isn't looking on under the radar signings. Yeah,
Yeah.
broken by Anafi here. The news broken by Anafi. Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know what? We'll wrap it up with that. Yankees, guys, gals, the Yankees had a pitcher. All right. So, not sexy. It's not
Yeah.
Corbin Burns, but again, maybe we'll pass on Corbin Burns and get a big bag and get Jeff Hartley over here instead.
Or Josh Hader.
Or Josh Hader. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. But it is what it is. But gang, I want to thank you all for coming on. We've kind of gotten that shit off our chests. Appreciate you pushing us as always. Keep it coming, please. Keep challenging each other. We make each other better when you do this. I thank you for it. Okay? And Afia, I thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no, thanks for the invite, man.
Always bringing valuable insights, brother. Always bringing. And gang, peace and love to all of you. If you're not subscribed to the Strike Zone, please do. Please do. Okay, we got to get him past. He's past 1,000. We need to get him to 2,000 now.
That's the new goal, 2,000. Little by little.
Yep. Caleb Durbin. Durbin is up here, Robert. To experience the playoffs 5 energy. Yeah, I mean, well, I think that's why he's up here, Robert. He might be in the plans for 2025. And I don't know if how much positional versatility he has, but I think was projected for second base, right? So, and this is the link right here to the Strike Zone.
Yeah.
Please make your way over there to the channel. Please do. And we really greatly appreciate the support. And
subscribe to Jason.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the 161, please do so. I really appreciate you. And hit the like buttons too. I don't know how many likes we have. Hopefully we get past 100, but that's the thing with StreamYard. I can't see how many likes we get.
Well, you got to go to YouTube and then you could click on your own live stream, and then you could follow along there on the chat too. So you just make sure you mute the video or the live stream, so there's not like double noise.
This is true.
So you could do that. I've actually been doing that. So I've been trying to keep. So if there's comments that are hidden, you could see it on YouTube's website on YouTube then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good enough. That's good to know. We got 84 likes. All right, we get 16 likes. So if anybody hasn't hit that like button, please do. Please do. It's greatly appreciated. So have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all yous. All right. Tomorrow's another day. The Yankees play Monday. They got to come out guns blazing. All right. Let's help them make that happen. Peace, gang.